Welcome to another Wednesday edition of Staying Up with Pat and Jody. And if you noticed, our location has changed again. Actually, we're still in the same place as far as the house.
We're going to give you a tour of our home tonight,
no, we're not going to give you a tour
gentlemen.
of the house.
So tonight, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere because you do not want to miss the dungeon.
No, we're not going to the dungeon.
All right,
this is just my home office with a little bed in the back. So when she works me to death and doesn't let me out of my room, I can sleep somewhere while something renders.
Or this is the room that we put his mother in when she comes.
No, she gets the other room.
Actually,
she could sleep in here.
This
It's the bed's big enough. That's terrible.
She's watching.
You gonna put her to work?
Yes.
You gonna put my mom to work?
Anybody who sleeps in this room has to go to work.
Oh my goodness.
So stick around, ladies and gentlemen, because tonight you're gonna get the full tour. You're not gonna want to miss a thing.
The full tour.
So we're in this room now in our house, known as the guest room, aka Anna Baez's room. And there's a special guest sleeping on the bed right now. You can't see him.
That's right.
But Champ is
sleeping on the bed. Yes, he is.
But Pat,
we have another special
guest
who's not sleeping on the bed because he's 2,500 miles away.
In Connecticut.
In Connecticut.
He's in Stamford, Connecticut, home of the WWE.
That's right.
And he's going to see that. I guess he'll see the Money in the Bank because they're probably filming it in this neighborhood.
I know. They're probably filming it right now. They're probably filming pieces of it. And we're excited to introduce to you longtime DJ and superstar entertainer, Sean Big Daddy McKee. Welcome to the show, Sean.
Yay!
Big Daddy.
Yay! Well, I've got such a big apartment. I couldn't decide where I wanted to be. So I'm in my dining room, which is really about a half a second away from my living room. But I was thinking about doing it in the kitchen. But I'm in Richfield, Connecticut. I'm about 40 minutes away from Stamford. My office is in Stamford. I live in Richfield, in a wonderful, wonderful little town. And I'm so happy to be here with you guys.
We're happy you're here. I mean, Lanny Poffo is actually watching us tonight. Lanny Poffo. We're gonna have to bring the genius in on a Stand Up with Pat and Jody show. So
absolutely.
Yeah. So
one of my all-time faves.
Oh my God, isn't he the best? So we're gonna have to definitely, if you guys are watching us on my channel, you got to go to Stand Up with Pat and Jody because that is the only way we're gonna see your comments. So I know you want to comment. I know Big Daddy has a lot of fans out there because he loves everybody. He calls them on their birthday. He's crazy. He sings. He's going to sing for us later.
Absolutely.
We have a special request for you, Sean, tonight.
Oh, God.
Charlene wants you to sing Milkshake.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I can't stand up because it's No Pants Wednesday.
Oh my God! Did you?
Wow, it's Taco Wednesday here, so that's
it's the same thing, isn't it? Taco Wednesday.
It could be. Yes, actually, it could be. It could be the same thing. Yeah.
Oh my God!
It's Blue Drawers Wednesday. Blue Drawers Wednesday. Here we go.
Oh my God! We got a lot of people on here on Blue Drawers Wednesday. Again, all you people that are on my channel, get the hell off of it and go over to Stand Up with Pat and Jody
on Facebook.
That's
what the little ticker on the bottom is saying. The little ticker right there.
Yeah, if you see the ticker.
See the little ticker right there?
Oh my God. So Sean, did you see the guy on ABC? I think it was Good Morning America. Did you hear about the guy that when he was reporting from his house with his underwear on and they got a shot of him in his underwear? He was
nice.
Yeah. And then he was trying to say it wasn't his underwear, they were shorts. Let me tell you, dude.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of men's underwear in my life.
Well, your underwear is short.
Yeah, you can have shorts and
party
underwear.
At the Hamptons. I've seen plenty of shorts.
Ask Chad Blackburn from San Diego. He got nabbed in his boxer drawers doing an interview today.
Really?
Didn't have the facade up, and he a really nice shirt from the waist up. Then his boxer drawers, I was dying. I'm going, oh, that would be me.
Oh my God! I would pay money to see Chad in his underwear. I'm just saying. I know he's happily married, and so am I. But hey,
just some dick pics.
Who says you have to touch? All you gotta do is look. But listen, let's. One of the big things that has been going around, opening up states, opening up this, and how they're going to open up and everything. Because look at your Facebook pages. Guys, it is amazing to me how many of my friends have turned into medical technicians and politicians during all of this.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me how much. Oh, I didn't know you were a doctor. I didn't know you ran for an office. But we want to keep it cheerful and fun. So whatever, listen, we're in isolation, if you will. I still go out. I take my ride out every day, my ride to nowhere, if you will.
Okay, so
And
before you continue on, is the ride to nowhere in your underwear?
of course.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure because
And I have a towel next to me just in case.
Okay.
I have a nice big. Remember, I may be on day 86 of my intermittent fasting, but I'm always going to be a fat guy. So you got to have the big towel just in case. But oh yeah.
Oh my God.
I always wear boxer drawers, and the ride to nowhere is with loud music playing. Man, that's when I do my phone calls, just checking in on everybody, make sure they're okay. And I'll be honest with you guys, I average about 50 to 60 phone calls a day, just to let everybody know that I'm thinking about them. It's a very short phone call, unless I get the soliloquy from the person on the other end, which is very, very not normal. But just listen. Right now, we're all in this together. We are all in this together. Some days you just want to go, oh my God, is this thing ever going to end? And then the next day you wake up going, you know what? I'm still here. We're going to be okay.
Yeah.
We have, and I love the two of you more than you'll ever know. You are my brother and my sister.
Thank you.
And our phone calls, if somebody could listen into some half of the phone calls that we took, oh my God, we'd be arrested just because we laugh so hard.
And we laugh
my
with
God.
these people.
Oh my God. Absolutely. No, absolutely. We get crazy on our phone calls. But I mean, how do you know? Well, first of all, let's tell everybody who you are. I mean, a lot of our friends know you, but Ken Levy's here. Do you remember Deja Vu, Ken?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's watching us tonight. He's a really good friend of ours.
Ken.
And he says hello. So Ken, he's living in Florida right now. Isn't that cool?
Nice. Who's got it better than him? At
And
least
he
he's
said,
got
"Hey,
good weather.
I know."
Right.
He said, "Hey, Big Daddy, how are you?" So why don't you, for the people who don't know you, because a lot of our friends don't know you, they've heard of you, but tell
How happy are they?
Give us a little history. Give us a little history. Like, tell us about you.
Who's Big Daddy?
Who is Big Daddy? When did you get started? What is it that you do? Just give them a little idea, because they don't know you. Like we do.
I have been in the music business in one way or another, either running a nightclub, in a band, or whatever, for probably 50 years. I started in this business as a musician in a Chicago-style band. I played trumpet. I was an all-state trumpet player. I was an all-East trumpet player in 1973 at the Berkeley College of Jazz, their big tournament, if you will. And then in the end of 1972 I started on my journey where my dad, my biological dad, they found cancer. And we're talking 47 years ago. So, they knew about cancer. They didn't really know how to treat it. My dad went in the hospital for a heart murmur, they thought, and a little something on his back. Well, it turned out he had cancer in every major organ in his body.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
And they didn't think that he was going to make my high school graduation. He made mine. He didn't make my middle brother, Danny's. He passed away in April of 1974. This year is 46 years since he's passed. And he's in my heart every day. And that changed I was just lost. So I ended up in the music business, being a road manager and singer and light man for a band. Then I got into nightclubs. I was a DJ and a singer in some nightclub bands. And as a matter of fact, some of the people on the East Coast, Sapphire was the name of the band. And we just did a reunion, if you will, in February, right before they shut everything down, right before we left for Vegas for the DJ and TV thing. And we raised a bunch of money for some wonderful people. Mm-hmm. And then it just started, and I moved down to Florida with my now ex-wife and the boys and everything else. But I started in this end of the business the mobile industry, if you will, in 1993. It'll be 20. I'm in my 28th year of doing it this way.
What made you switch from live to mobile?
Money. Honestly, money. Because the time when it was happening, when I moved back up here and got divorced and everything else, the company I am still in to this day, they had bands. And when I moved back up here, in 1993, we were doing probably 80%, 85% band, 15 to 20% DJ. So I went out on a Saturday night. I came back up here with 3 suitcases and $20 in my bank account.
Wow.
So every dime that I made I started working right away. Thank God my mom and then my second dad, I took care of them and stayed at their house. And that's when I started with James Daniel in 1993.
Wow.
And I've been friends with Jimmy, the owner of James Daniel, for now probably 48 years.
Wow.
Jimmy and I, they had a live band called Fast Fingers. Rock and roll band, killing it, loving it. We were all on the same circuit, if you will, in the tri-state area. And then my bands broke up, and I just became the guy that was the DJ and the general manager of this bar and nightclub, if you will. Oof. Let me tell you something, folks. If I can live through that, I can live through this. Trust me. But, I met some amazing people. Linda Blair and some of the most, Dee from Twisted Sister. The entire band, Twisted Sister, we became good friends. And still to this day, every now and again, I'll chat with JJ, Dee, and Mark the Animal, the bass player, and some really great club bands from back in the day. But instead of it was so funny. I was going to go see one of the Fast Fingers, James Daniel bands, the week that I got home. I was miserable. I left my 2 kids down in Florida, everything else, just got divorced. And let me just say this. Let's preface all of this. My ex-wife and I, Jeannie, she is one of my dearest friends. We were on the phone for 45 minutes today just laughing. We are proud parents of 2 of the most amazing boys ever. Did they drive us nuts? Oh, yeah. But now karma's come back to bite them in the butt because their kids are just like they were when we were there, when they were younger. So it's absolutely hysterical.
Wow.
It's karma's a bitch. I'll tell you that, boys and girls. But
it doesn't happen often enough, though. Let's face it.
No, it doesn't. There's
some people who really deserve some karma and don't get it.
Well, if you remember, Pat, on our wedding video, that my father left us a message on our wedding video. And what did he say? He said, I hope you have children.
I hope you have lots of kids or something, and I hope they're exactly like you.
Ain't that the truth?
He looked like Herman Munster.
Yeah, he was like Herman Munster.
He wanted to be. Did you know my father wanted to be Herman Munster?
He wanted to be an actor.
He wanted to be an actor, and my grandmother refused to let him go to California and become an actor. He could have been Herman Munster because he was 6'6", and he could.
God bless him.
Luca Brasi,
yeah,
the
he's
Godfather.
6'6", 350 pounds.
Small fella.
Yeah. He had a size 16 ring finger, so his fingers were like sausages.
And his mother stopped him from his dream, being an actor, and he squashed my dream of being, a glow girl.
That's right.
He did.
Karma's a bitch.
He said there were a bunch of lesbians.
I said, perfect.
I said, what's wrong with that?
Nice. So to get back, my first Saturday night back up here, I was supposed to go see one of the Fast Fingers, James Daniel bands. I took a left-hand turn, and that was to go to a father-daughter dance, one of the big father-daughter dances that James Daniel was doing at the time. And I ended up hanging out with my boy Rob, who was one of the partners back then. And I said, you mind if I mix it up a little bit? I had never done a mobile job before. Never
DJ'd.
I've DJ'd, but only in clubs.
Oh, okay.
So I got back behind the decks, and I'm going, oh, this is easy. This is not easy, but this is fun.
Right.
we got done with the thing. The crowd went nuts, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so much fun. I got to learn more about this end of the business. Phone call from Rob to Jimmy at 2:00 in the morning going, if you don't hire this man, you'll forever regret it.
And here you are.
And the rest is history, if you will. But you know what? I've been friends with Jimmy for 48 years, and Rob is still around as a friend, a dear friend and brother. Danny, the original bass player of the band, we lost him a bunch of years ago. And Teddy Hartlett, who is Desi, my oldest one's godfather. He's still playing music and stuff like that. But I took a left-hand turn, and here I am. And you know what? I struggled because back then it was like, well, you really don't, we love your personality, but some of the guys in the company thought that I didn't look good enough to do bar and bat mitzvahs. Well, don't give me a challenge. That challenge was, honestly, when they left, I did my first ever bar mitzvah before they left. You might just picture in your mind, if you will, a guy on a microphone puts a chicken head on his head and leaves a conga line.
Oh,
that was God. Oh yeah. And
and what year was this?
1993.
Wow.
By the way, that happened at our wedding too. And
was
that
he
was
there?
also in 1993.
Yeah. And it was in
Or
New
94,
Rochelle, so it must be the East Coast.
Where'd you guys get married in New Rochelle? Fountainhead?
No, it was some Italian restaurant.
On the second floor.
On the second floor of an Italian restaurant in New Rochelle. I don't even remember the name of it.
I forget the name of it, yeah.
It had a
Giuliano's?
Maybe. It had a light up dance floor like Saturday Night Fever.
That was Giuliano's back then.
Yeah, so it's Giuliano's.
Nice place.
That's where my parents. Yeah, that's where my parents had the wedding reception we had Jimmy D as our.
Yep. Jimmy, Jimmy's down in Jimmy's down in Florida now.
Yeah, I heard. He's
doing pretty well down there. Jimmy's a smart guy.
Yeah.
But Mr. Chris D'Amico, my man. How are you, baby?
He's here saying hello.
He's saying hey. So I want you to honestly share with our audience, because they think that I'm a savage, but I'm nothing. Although I did say I was going to take you down.
Oh, honey, wait till I come out to Vegas. When I come out to Vegas next February, it's going down. It's going down hard.
But I want you to explain to people how many events that you do in a year, like you physically do in a year. How many events? I mean, it could even be a month. It could be a day. It could be a weekend. Whatever is easy for you.
With everything that I do, with my karaoke midweek stuff, my speaking engagements, whatever, right now I haven't done anything since March 14th, except be online and hanging with people and doing some Facebook Lives. But normally somewhere in the neighborhoods of about 300 to 320 a year.
Wow. This is a man that is literally, he's constantly going. So for you, this has got to be so challenging for you, because
oh my God,
you're always out.
I'm alone. So I'm talking to them. Oh, babe, you guys, you got to hear some of my conversations.
To yourself?
Just to myself.
Well, every conversation
started to be where I answer it.
Every conversation we have about you to anybody else is, it's like, oh yeah, and Big Daddy, man, he must be going crazy.
That's
the first reaction. Everybody, he's got to be going crazy right now.
This is driving me nuts. But you know what? If we don't listen to what they tell us to do, none of it. This ain't going to end. And these people that are protesting on the town halls with no mask on, guys, go home. Go home. Oh, my God, the sense of entitlement of some of these people. But I am blessed to do what I do. It took me a while. I've been Big Daddy. I was the big guy first in about 1996 when that came out. 1997 is when I became... And it's stuck forever, Big Daddy.
Yeah, so why'd they call you Big Daddy?
My dancers, my motivators, and my co-MCs and my bar mitzvah teams, they didn't like the big guy. They wanted to call me Big Daddy. And I said, and they go, do you mind? I said, no. So it's stuck, and here I am.
Well, Big Guy was already taken by Ryback, so.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah, I know. But the thing is, now, all of my old friends from high school and stuff that I see, they don't call me Sean anymore. They all call me Big Daddy.
Exactly.
The first selectman of my town here, who just went through the COVID, and he's almost done. He's got one more test to do, and it looks like he's, amen, one of the sweetest guys in the world, Rudy Marconi, one of the most wonderful gentlemen in the world. Chatted with him on Monday. He calls me Big Daddy. They all call me. I'm like, okay.
It's so weird to call you by your given name, Sean, because you're Big Daddy. I mean, that's just so.
My girl Lorraine, my ungirlfriend Lorraine, she was one of my. We've been friends forever, and we undate, as I call it. She can't call me Big Daddy. She goes, I can't call. I got to call you my Shawnee. I said, okay, that's fine.
Put that one on.
But it is what it is. See there, that's my ungirlfriend. that's my baby girl. And you have no idea. I can see her picture, but I can't see her. We can't see each other. We can talk. It's lovely. I'm gonna probably go by her house this weekend to surprise her and throw things at her house or whatever.
Yeah, there you go. Why don't you throw flowers on her patio?
Oh, trust me.
Oh, I got something better for you. Why don't you get Hershey's Kisses and blow her kisses? Throw her kisses.
Oh, boy. Yeah, then she'll throw them back at me even harder. Who are you kidding? that's my really quick story. We're having breakfast at my favorite place, the Early Bird. Lunch between sort of a brunch kind of a thing. First time she'd ever been there, and it was I can't remember if it was a piece of cake or a piece of pie after we had dessert, and all I hear is holy shit balls as loud as you possibly can in the restaurant. And I'm falling over going, that's my girl. That is my girl. And, that's been one of the inside running jokes. Holy shit balls pistachio cake. That's what it was. It was awesome. Ooh. Don't tempt me with a good time, honey. Lorraine, I love you. Woo. But, I've met so many amazing people. And, our friend, Mr. Keith Kokoris from the Marquee Show, wants, a bunch of different videos of who you would thank, who does a lot of. I can't thank just one person. I have to thank everybody because my friends that are listening out there, Jodi and Pat have done so much for me. They're my brother and sister and always will be.
Thank you.
But everybody that I've come in contact with in this business, my boy Randy Bartlett, this is a man that told people that I faked having cancer because I didn't lose my hair. And he said that in front of a whole bunch of people. And you got to understand, me, I'm laughing my ass off. And like 10 people wanted to kill him. I said, guys, this is one of my best friends. We're okay. Or like when Mike Walters said, can you imagine hanging with this guy in a car for 10 hours? I want to shoot myself. Somebody threatened bodily harm to the man. I'm like, man, do I have these? I got these people fooled. They think I'm a nice guy.
Wow.
What are you, nuts?
Wow. And you brought up something. You're a cancer survivor.
Twice.
We have a cancer survivor follower of ours. Her name is Jodi too, and I think for Jodi it's been like I want to say 19 years. I want to say.
God bless her.
Yeah, and we do a ton of work with the
American Cancer
Society, the Making Strides event. Which boy, this year it's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. I mean,
last year we had 30,000 people, and they I think they got close to $1 million they raised for cancer research.
The big thing is you'll probably get 30,000 people this year, but you're not going to raise that much money because ain't nobody got no money yet.
No, exactly.
Well, we did it after the October 1st shooting here in Vegas.
Oh.
Yeah, we did it, and that we thought was an epic year. We had 25,000 people come out, and you're right, we didn't raise as much money. However, it was such a
you can raise awareness, and communities getting together, and if that's what this world is lacking right now. It's like right after 9/11, 24 hours after 9/11, this country came together like, we're all in this together, everything else. Right now, what we're going through, everybody's either a hater or they're all politicians now. They're medical experts or whatever. We need to band together like this here.
One of the comments that I've made on multiple occasions is when people say, well, I don't want to do it because Trump said it or this, that's like, first of all, if you're taking your medical advice from any politician, I don't care if it's the president, I don't care if it's a local councilman, you're probably going to die, okay? Because
damn right.
They aren't the ones who know what they're doing. And the reality is even people like Fauci and Burke and all them, they're bureaucrats. The ones I want to listen to are the ones that are in the hospitals who are treating thousands of these people who are in the pits, who are in the middle of this, really doing the work and testing the people, and they're seeing the death and they're seeing what's going on. Yeah. Those are the people that I want to hear from. You know,
I call her my niece. She was my my late drummer from one of my bands, Sapphire, my boy Jimmy Edelman, his niece. She became my niece because we were all in a band together. I take 2 Democrats that call me in the morning.
Exactly. Thank you.
That's Pilot. This guy's name is Pilot. Never flew a plane. Sean never flew a plane in his life. I don't understand how he got the nickname Pilot.
No, Pilot's done everything.
No, but he's not a pilot. Hello. He's probably got a name like Irvin or something like that. Irving.
Oh, that's not
his real name is Irving Nelson.
We ain't making fun of names right now.
But Sean, you're Big Daddy. I can see that. This guy's Pilot. What have you ever done? Tell me. Have you ever flown anything?
Let me ask you a question.
If you are a pilot.
What were his parents taking when they named him? That's all I want to know. But my girl Heather, she's on the emergency room in Danbury Hospital. My daughter-in-law Stephanie is at the Orlando Regional Medical Center. She's a nurse, and I pray for them every day. I send out positive vibes. For my family, my Desi and Casey, my sons, are 2 of the most amazing gentlemen in the world. And I am so proud of them, not just as their dad, but how they being husbands and dads and watching them with their kids, my grandkids and everything else. But there's one other person that's in my my brother Danny. He's the middle brother. My brother Danny he's the one that designed this and of any of my other Big Daddy stuff and everything else. He's in the sign painting business, and it got hit. But what he's doing now is he's doing little signs for the roadside, thanking the hometown heroes, this, that, the other thing. And he goes up to Boston 2 or 3 times a year because that's his favorite town, favorite city. And he helps the homeless. He rebuilds homes and stuff like that. But you're right, Pat, about the being on the front lines. I would not know what to do with myself, because seeing this and people coming in and then people protesting these frontliners that are giving their life up to make sure that other lives are okay.
I could say I haven't seen anybody that's protested any of the frontline workers. All we've seen here is support for them.
Yeah,
I think there's been a lot of pushback on the politicians, and because a lot of them have had zero empathy for any of the people who are out of work and the people who are going to be, people like us who have worked decades to build a business and may not have anything left over when this is all gone. And
now, what's going on with your unemployment and stuff?
Oh, you can't even get into unemployment here.
Yeah, our friends,
nothing.
Well, first of all, we don't qualify for anything, but that's a different story. But our friends that do are struggling right now to get unemployment. So, but I think
probably because the systems that they have in place, like in Florida, their unemployment system is so antiquated, they got to make a whole brand new one.
Same with ours.
Because think about it. Who's unemployed in Las Vegas?
Well, but no,
there's always jobs in Vegas.
That's not true. The reality is if anybody should have been ready, we should have. Because there's a whole sector of our population, convention workers, that go on unemployment.
That's true.
A half a dozen times a year because they work shows. There's no shows for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. They go on unemployment.
That's true.
So they already handle tens of thousands of people a year on a regular basis. So they should have had something in place. But he actually fired the head of the unemployment.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they hired somebody else. But because it's been a disaster.
The thing I don't understand is the fact that, the hairdressers, the nail technicians, the estheticians, every time I've ever gone, and I've been going for years, folks, they always wear a mask. They always have. Your nail salon technician.
Nail salon people always
wear a mask. The lady who does my eyebrows is always wearing a mask. if she makes me wear a mask, I'll wear a fucking mask.
They opened in Georgia.
Yeah.
With a lot of guideline restrictions and everything else, restaurants, everything else. I'm talking to my boy Danny Belankowski. He got a haircut.
Yeah.
You've got to answer like 3 questions. They take your temperature before you walk in the door. The hair cutter is wearing gloves and a mask.
Yeah.
And you have to wear a mask if they tell you to. And you know what? That's going to happen for a little while longer, until we get back to our quote unquote normal way of life. But there's going to be new normals around. There's going to be a lot of new normals around.
Oh, absolutely. Just like 9/11, we were on an airplane, when we went to the airport on 9/11, but right after 9/11, that's when we had to start doing this, and getting patted down and stuff. And you're going to see a lot of that.
And sometimes we requested that,
I know I did.
Hey.
One time they gave me a female and there was a really good looking guy there. He looked like Stone Cold. I'm like,
no, I want him.
I want him. And he smiled at me and winked. And he's like, oh,
you're the one searching? It's possible I could be hiding something in my crotches area. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, why do I have to get the lady? I want the guy. I want Drew McIntyre to pat me down. That's all.
Perfect. Perfect.
And I'd be patting him down. Woo!
My turn.
Yeah, my turn. Now,
Give me
are
the
they going to be
gloves.
opening casinos soon? Are they opening one casino at a time or whatever?
No, they have. Well, they're going to, but they haven't gotten the go-ahead yet.
Right now, tomorrow is doomsday for us.
Yeah.
Our governor has already dropped the bomb that he is going to close Vegas for at least another 2 weeks. So that's what we hear. He's tomorrow.
And I think the thing is too is that it's like. I think people think like, well, we can't reopen. It's like, no, you can't just turn on the light switch and make everything normal again.
It's not going to be the hangover.
But you do have to slowly start adding some normalcy to life and get people back to work and take proper precautions. It's like anything else. If you are immune deprived, if you have any kind of immune system, if you are high risk, you're going to have to take extra steps to take care of yourself. You are going to have to take some, like yourself, you got to be extra careful because you're a cancer survivor. It's a matter of Jodi's mom has 78 with COPD. So you got to take extra steps, but you got to allow healthy people to slowly start getting back to adding some normalcy because people are starting to go nuts. They're getting stir crazy. And bad shit's going to happen. And it will get to the point where we're going to start losing more people to the cure, so to speak, than the cause. So, and it doesn't seem that enough effort has gone into thinking about that end of the recovery. You can't just do one side of it. It's like we're only worrying about this side of it, but there's 2 sides to this that you need to be taken care of. And it doesn't seem like, and I don't feel, and maybe because it's for our state and California is kind of the same way. It doesn't seem like they give a shit. It's like you're going to just.
You know who you want to watch? Cuomo, the governor of New York.
Yeah.
He is the calming influence. He's the calming influence. Where you got De Blasio, who's the biggest jackass known to man, but you got Cuomo. He said some stuff that was a little bit. But you know what? He's the calming influence. Don't watch CNN or Fox because they both hate. Somebody hates Trump. Somebody hates Democrats. You know what? Just read a little bit up, and like watching Good Morning America.
Yeah.
Or those are wonderful.
Yeah, you got to find it from a neutral source or maybe just your local news or whatever, because if you watch any of the Fox, CNN, MSNBC, they're all on just the 2 opposite ends of the extreme, and it's always their take on things. And both sides are trying to stay doom and gloom. And, the reality is that no matter what the truth is or people think the truth is, because they really don't know, there still has to be some cheerleading going on. There still has to be hope given. If there's no hope, people make bad decisions when they are fearful. When you're afraid, you make bad decisions.
Always.
So as politicians, they don't always have to make the right decisions, but they have to make us feel like they're making the right decisions.
Right.
Well, it's an election year too, so that's
not for us though.
There's some. They're not for our governor.
For the president.
Yeah, president. We'll see where that goes.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the Democrats can only come up with Biden. It's like,
whatever. But, the entertainment business itself has taken a hit, but watching some of our friends, like the Dylan Weissmans, the Chad Blackburns, all these guys, everybody that's doing, Shaney B, all these wonderful folks that are putting their mixes online. Now, you've met Howard Wallach, have you not?
Yes.
Okay. Howard did one today where he put himself up in the corner so he really wasn't noticeable. You know, he was noticeable because he was on the microphone. But the rest of the pictures on his broadcast were all dogs.
Oh,
Pictures,
that's awesome.
It was
wow.
awesome. He played music for like 45, 50 minutes. He actually emceed. He got out from behind the board, emceed a little bit, went back down. It was great. All of these things, like Trisha, Jasmine from Chicago, their dance parties on Wednesday nights. Jordan and them and Dylan and Mike Langsner from Explosive doing their showcase online. That was awesome.
We saw that. Yeah, we saw it. It was very good. We're going to actually do a Staying Up with Pat and Jodi Saturday night with an after party after the show.
The after party, yeah, we're going to do an after party on Zoom.
On Zoom after the show.
I spent 2 days rewiring the podcast studio and throwing up dance lights and wiring it so our DJ system can go in there.
Nice.
And, so we're going to have, I have 24 up lights and dance lights and the whole
we're
9
bringing
yards.
in a few strippers from
I was going to say, goddamn stripper pole better be in the middle of that fucking studio.
So it's going to be quite the party Saturday night.
Yes, it will.
You're
So
gonna have
the camera
we've got
on
this
me.
great stripper. Her name is Quarantina. Quarantina is going to be live with us on Saturday night. You're not going to want to miss Quarantina.
By the way, Pilot started out as a wedding and event DJ. I do remember that.
Yeah, but why is his name Pilot?
So Pilot, tell us why your name is Pilot. Put the story up there, Pilot.
And then also, for Big Daddy, he hasn't quite figured out how to go to the Staying Up with Pat and Jodi page to make this comment, but our good friend Jerry Syracusa has said to you, why is Big Daddy up past his bedtime?
Hold on. Is he still on? Is he still? Listen.
I believe he is.
You guinea fuck. I will slap the taste right out of your mouth. My man Jerry, one of my best friends in the world, and I swear to when I am able to see you, we're going to play my game. Rock, paper, scissors, throat punch. I win. And let me tell you something. He married up because Nellie's one of the... Oh, he definitely married up. His kids are on a serious note. Jerry Syracuse is one of the hardest working guys I know. He did a thing on the DJ idea sharing last week on casinos. And in all seriousness, I love Jerry beyond the word love. And his boys, I'm so proud of them. They're going to be pro baseball players. And when that happens, the Big Daddy Wing better be starting construction now in Jersey because I'm moving to Jersey in your place. But Jerry, trust me, I could fall asleep here in about 30 seconds. Just me and Jerry, we'll be everything will be fine.
You don't want to fall asleep after what Pat's about to share with us.
No, I'm going to share.
Pat has got something on the screen right now.
Yeah, and
that I've been begging for years.
Yes.
Oh, teasing. Yes.
Oh, this I can't wait for.
Let's see if he can get it.
So yeah, I'm gonna get it up there. So I'm gonna get it up there. That's all right. Okay, so let me do this full screen so you can see it. So this is out of the UK. Apparently, not everybody is into the social distancing thing. This is from the Mirror. A husband stuns wife with open marriage plans in the middle of lockdown.
Oh my God!
I don't know.
Holy cow, he's excited, isn't he?
My
eyes went right to his crotch. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so his idea was to rent a second floor flat where he could stay and see girlfriends during the week, and on weekends he would return home to his family.
Why not?
Oh, what the hell, while we're here.
Heartbroken mom told Mumsnet, whatever the Mumsnet is, users that she had no choice to continue but to continue living with him and doesn't know what to do. So just think that if everybody else thinks they have problems, yeah, okay.
I'm not going to form emotional connections. Oh, please.
I've been trying to get Pat to rush into this.
The difference is she wants to have the flat and have the boyfriend. Yeah, I don't get to do it.
I don't know what the rush is all about.
I
don't. You can't make this stuff up, can you guys?
Isn't that hysterical?
Yes. No, we can't make this. We
thought we'd have to add a little bit of fun there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if Drew McIntyre, is he allowed to come over to the house?
Okay, so I got this right here. It's going to be a little big. Wait a second. This is from Pilot. the place called the Landing Strip. They asked me to DJ for his DJ name, and I created Pilot. But I actually started flying planes in '76. There you go. Air Force Base out of Omaha, an Aero Club 2 mini stories. Yeah, now he's a motorcycle coach now. I know that's how I met Pilot, is through the motorcycle world. So Pilot became Pilot because he was a DJ at a place called the Landing Strip, which I'm sure was a like social club for like what is it what is the guys that wear the fez hats?
Oh, I don't know. What are the fez hat people called, Sean? I
have no idea.
The lodge, the mooses, the elks.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure the Landing Strip was just an Elks Lodge somewhere.
Hey, listen, we've got a place called the Landing Strip here in Vegas, but let me tell you something. It's definitely not an Elks Lounge. You know what I'm saying? It's right there with the pretty kitty. It's right up there with the pretty kitty, if you know what I mean.
Captain Obvious gave us the answer.
Titty bar. Thank you, Pilot. Oh, no, really? Really? Oh, you could have fooled me.
So Sean,
Thanks, Pilot.
So we talked about this the other day on our show. We talked about like the most popular takeout food, right? But this time I found out what America is searching for, like popular Corona cooking searches according to your state. So what is your state craving? All right. So in Alabama, they are learning how to make, and they are craving chicken salad.
In Alabama?
Yeah, I don't get that either. We went through this list, and I looked at it.
No, this is last week.
Yeah,
I know. This is a new list.
No, it's a new one.
No, this is what they're craving. This is what they're cooking.
This is what
people are cooking up at their home.
Okay.
What are they doing in Connecticut?
Well, I'll get there. Alaska is cinnamon rolls. Okay. Arizona, it's lemonade. They need it right about now.
Yeah, but it's a dry heat.
Yeah.
It's a dry heat.
Hey, it was over 100 here today.
Yep.
Our pool is
it's dry.
degrees.
Let's see.
It actually wasn't bad at all.
In California, it's snickerdoodles. They want to learn how to make snickerdoodles. Colorado is egg salad. Connecticut, are you ready for Connecticut?
Connecticut.
Shoot.
Salmon.
Salmon.
They're making salmon in Connecticut?
Salmon in Connecticut. That's the...
Connecticut residents are most interested in getting their salmon fix while in quarantine. When it comes to making salmon, the possibilities are endless, and it's also one of the best foods to help you lower your blood pressure. And then they give you a recipe on cooking a salmon in a microwave. That's what you got.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Oh, yeah. Good for them.
And I know
that ain't me.
In Florida, they're making margaritas.
Perfect. I had ramen tonight. There's a place that I've been dying to. I love ramen. A place I have been dying to try up the street here, and of course I'm supporting my local vendor. This ramen they made was outstanding.
Really?
But you know what? I don't have. Yeah, it was great. I have a small little stove and stuff like that. But what I'm trying to do is just to get the curbside from as many places as I can to support everybody, and then also one of the things that's going on is. You know, of course, we don't have much money. I don't have much money, but I have enough. I'm buying $25 gift certificates towards a hospital worker or $50
that's nice.
Towards a family that needs food and stuff like a little bit here, a little bit there. A little bit. You know what? I tell the people that I get the gift certificates for, I don't want my name on it. Put your name on it. Whatever you want to do, that's fine. Just know that if you need me, I'm here. That's all.
Yeah.
I don't need, my name is... my name is nothing compared to what these folks are doing.
Oh, absolutely.
And
absolutely. How was NXT?
Any questions from tonight was great. I love Mauro Ranallo. He is one of the best announcers ever, bar none. This cat, when I was down in Orlando in January with Casey and Asher, we went to the show and I was able to sit like right next to the announce table, and watching Mauro Ranallo work is like watching me do a DJ job. Wow. This cat was getting so into it, and he was like pounding the table at like how I do seminars. Mauro Ranallo announces NXT. It was phenomenal.
Wow.
And I just walked up to him, I shook his hand, I said, "Thank you." He goes, "For what?" I said, "Because you just taught me a lesson, a big lesson." And he goes, "In what?" I said, "Passion." Because that man just get into it. You know, the bipolar rock and roller, as they call him. He's awesome.
Bipolar rock.
And, you know, there's so many.
Well, I was going to ask you about what's going on in Connecticut at the WWE headquarters. Are we filming Are we going to be filming Money in the Bank in Connecticut?
Already done.
Did you see it?
No, they did it in the middle of the night, I'm sure, and everything else. But oh no, they're smart. You know, Vinnie McMahon has taken a big hit because of the XFL and everything else that he's done to other people. But just let Triple H run it. Just let Paul run it. Paul, Stephanie, Shawn Michaels, all the folks that are doing NXT, let them do WWE too. But everything has been taped. The funny thing is, there's no crowd. I watched a little bit of AEW. I like AEW just because I like Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes. Chris Jericho should never not wear a shirt ever again as long as he lives. That
but he's
fat
doing
bastard.
DDP yoga.
No, good for him. Good. It ain't working, but God bless him. But the funny part about it is there's no audience. And as I said with Jordan in one of our things with John Young, you have problems with your microphone skills or anything else while we're in our downtime, start focusing on your negatives and making them a positive. And
Absolutely.
You want to see Edge, Randy Orton, and a couple other guys in front of nobody, doing their promos. You want to learn passion on a microphone and how to hold a microphone and everything else? Watch these guys.
Yeah.
Watch them.
Yeah.
Or go back to the Randy Bartlett. Go back to everything that Jodi and Pat try, teach and everything else. Learn your craft again, so that when we're done with this, you can come out swinging.
Yeah, you can come out stronger.
Yeah, and and that's what I found. Mike, our good friend Mike Walter, posted something today about having too much time. Like, what did he say? Something about like people. How could somebody say that they're bored? How could you say you're bored? How could somebody say they're bored right now? I mean, there's so much that you can do right now. I mean, I feel like I learn something every single day.
You're gonna get a nugget out of everything you want. You watch your Joe Buds, and guys, it's Jodi and Pat.
And it's not even
we have
DJs.
fun on this, but there's no, not even DJs. There's other people, and only if you want them.
Like I'm addicted to YouTube. I'm addicted to YouTube. There are so many great YouTube things to watch, and so many people on YouTube that are experts in their industry that people don't know. I mean, when I saw that YouTube commercial with me, I loved it. I thought that was the best commercial I've ever seen. I've worked out. I've done workouts, with people I don't know. Like, I watch some girl. There's yoga. There's everything. How to cook, how to do Spanish, how to do your hair. I've done crazy eye makeup. I mean, it's great. I love it. Social media tips. I mean, how could anybody say that they're bored? I've already gone through 2 audiobooks in 4 days. 2 audiobooks as I'm working.
The biggest problem is in our business itself. There's 2 types of people. They're the people that people forget. We all have the same equipment. It may be different brands, but we all have the same equipment. We all have the same setups. We can all get the sparklers, uplighting, this, that, the other thing. What matters to our clients is this, and I'm pointing to my heart, because if you have all that equipment, that's wonderful. That's a great real picture, but they're going to remember, as Maya Angelou said, how they made you feel. How did you make those people feel? And I just booked a wedding for October 2nd of next year. And I'm talking, right now you have to have the patience of a saint. Patience is a virtue right now. And it's the biggest virtue known to man, because we are the calming influence for all those people out there that are freaking out that they're, number one, their wedding, they got to postpone their wedding and whatever. But then booking this wedding, I'm talking 17 emails, 48-minute Zoom call, 10 more emails, and then a 35-minute Zoom call. Finally, a call this afternoon. Well, we've heard so many wonderful things about you. I'm going, and I'm saying in my head, what the fuck are you waiting for then? Well, we don't want you to make this all about you. I said, have you met me Does nothing sink in? And all the people that you've talked to about me, none of this is about me. Because if there ain't no you, there ain't no me. Well, we heard you sing, and I said, okay. You don't want me to sing at your wedding? They said, would that be okay? I said, of course I. What do I care? Saves me the time. You know, I don't go out in the middle of the audience anyway when I do my singing at weddings. You don't want a fat guy walking around your tables because I would grabbing some food. I'd come back with a nub. But, you know, honestly, none of this that we do is about us or about me. And, you know, yes, do I call a lot of people for their birthday? Everybody deserves a nice birthday call.
They do.
I call friends' kids right now, you know, and I make up a new medley every year, whatever. But the one thing people have to understand about me is I'm not doing this for pats on the back or getting my name out or anything else. I'm doing this because I sunk to a low way long ago, and I had no self-esteem, everything else. I finally said, I'm done with this. I was one of those guys way back when in high school and stuff that I would have done anything I could to make you like me. Whatever you wanted me to do, I would have done. Now, if you don't like me, I'm sorry, but you're going to miss out on a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know? And am I right in this one? The difference between our people that we booked weddings for 15 years ago, 20 years ago, are so different now because of social media.
Yes.
Everybody's on there. They got their own little Facebook page where they bitch and oh my God, they shouldn't be charging this much. Well, you know what? If that's what it's going to take to just take a big deep breath and go, we got this, we're going to be fine. That's what you got to do. But as far as who I am, all I want to be is the guy that if you're in need of a phone call or to cry or to scream, my phone is always on. I called one of my old dancers. I had the honor of doing her wedding 2.5 years ago. She has a 3-year-old little girl. 7-8 months ago, she lost her husband at the house. 37 years old.
Wow.
Cop in Greenwich. Truly, guys, one of the nicest, sweetest men I've ever met. And that little girl adored her daddy. And, you know, I try to make the phone calls and check in on them because that little girl's my BFF. So I FaceTimed them today. And the first thing I hear is, that's my big daddy.
Oh.
Well, let me tell you something. For 6 minutes we chatted. I wanted to let them go because they were doing something. As soon as I hung up, I cried for about 10 minutes. I'm like, that's what I want. That's what I want people to understand. I'm not doing this for anything else, but the world needs love more than anything right now.
Yes.
That's
absolutely.
it. That's who I am.
And you know what? I think when this is all over, people are just going to be, I don't know. I just think people are going to remember who was really nice and who was a butthole, you know? And I think a lot of
cream
people,
will rise to the top.
Yeah. Like Macho Man says, the cream of the crop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
cream will rise to the top because of the positive stuff that you guys are doing. And listen, let's go with it. Joe Bunn, Mike Walter, Jordan, Nate Nelson. Have you watched Nate Nelson's Recess from Texas? His girls are now DJing it.
Wow.
Oh, it's awesome. That's what people are going to remember.
Yeah, they did a news
How
story
you
about
made
him.
them feel. What's that?
They did a news story
Yeah, they
about
did.
him.
And it's awesome. You know, he's only 27, 28 years old. Wonderful kid.
Wow.
Jennifer, his wife, is a teacher. The two girls are awesome. And, you know, Chris Romero from, where is he? New Mexico. I love his mixes. Albuquerque, New Mexico. All these other folks that are doing these things. Again, like Shaney. And there's one man, you know, the DJD is sharing thing with Eric Scott Gold and Luca Miller. He's a superstar. I love him to death. Great guy. Mike Fernino's doing his thing. You know, Rob Peters with their podcast, your stuff that you guys are doing amazing.
We just goof around.
John Young.
We're just goofing around. John Young is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, but John Young is truly one of the most giving people ever. Him and his wife, Lori, and, the family that they've got. Ben Stowe from NLFX, outstanding. One of the, I'm sitting here on a Saturday night, actually night number 1 of WrestleMania. And I'm just sitting here by myself watching WrestleMania, and the phone rings. And it's Ben, who has been through hell and back with this thing about, everything he's got to go through with his client, with customers and everything else. He goes, you always call, you always text, you always make sure that everybody's okay. Well, I decided I wanted to call my big daddy just to see how you are. 20 minutes later, I stopped crying, and we had see, this is what it's all about. And if I can get my clients, like you guys too, people that are calling in now that are going for 6 to 8 months out, they're still looking at it, and they're walking on eggshells because of the vendors that they're dealing with. They're all walking on eggshells. What are we going to do? We are the calming influence. You can't no pressure. This is a no pressure thing. If I can get these folks on the phone and they can feel just how excited I am to be wanting to do their wedding or any kind of event that they have, I will book them. Guys, I'm 65 years old. Next year alone, but this year is a wipeout. Once the thing is done and I'm able to start performing again, I'm going to be nonstop. Next year, worse. But it doesn't matter your age.
I think next year is going to be a big year because a lot of it is, people have to feel safe again. And once they do, they'll have been bottled up for so long, they're going to want to party like they've never partied before.
Yeah.
I think we're going to.
And as I said in one of my, it's going to be an upswing. And when bars are able to be open again in my area, you saw Forrest Gump, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Forrest Gump run, that's what these people are doing everywhere. Once the bars are able to be open, Forrest Gump. That was just going to be playing the movie Forrest Gump in the background. And somebody goes, well, are you going to go back to your schedule? Oh, hell yes. And it ain't about the money. It's about, I can't stand not hanging with people.
Yeah, well, it also keeps you young. You said you were 65. Ken Levy said, how old are, that's amazing, Sean, that's amazing. How old are you? Ken had said that on my Facebook page. So if I keep looking down, it's because I'm trying to get people over to the other side. But he said that's amazing. Johnny Roz is here, by the way.
Johnny Roz is 70.
No
something
way.
Like that. Yes, he's older than me.
Wow,
and
John
he
Roz
is rocking it. Johnny, and there's another guy, guys, who just gets it. And he's been in the business for a long, and we became friends, 20 years ago, something like that. There it is. That's people, I'm telling you now, that's people going to the bars minus the baseball cap. That's all I'm telling you.
That's right.
Oh,
sorry, I had to find it. As soon as you said it, I had to find it.
Guys, every fat guy in America is going to lose weight running to the bars, I'm telling you. But
every married man is going to run to the bar to get away from his wife.
Yep. But Johnny's got his own little nightclub, and he's doing well. He's got some great people behind him, and he's got that personality that you just want to. And the one thing I miss more than anything is hugging people. Oh my God, does this suck? Oh, give me I'll take your elbow, shove it up your ass. Because I want a hug, and it's going to be Mark Burgess put this one up. Yeah, I'm such a hugger that it's going to really be uncomfortable once we're able to start hugging people again. Yeah, come here, little grab at a tush. We're good. Oh yeah. Wait a minute, that was Pig. Excuse me, that was Pig Daddy that just came out. You've never met Pig Daddy. Oh, but all these guys. You got and all Johnny Roz. We talk about once a week. He's a brother. You got Bobby Morgenstein, Dylan Weissman, who's part of the Explosive now from Flair and Philly and that area. Amazing. You got Adam White, who's all over the place. All of these people are out there. Jason Clark, all these young guys. They're our future. For me, they are my future. My homies spreading love forever and ever. They are our future in this business. Learn from them. Joe Bunn, the DJ Vault, whatever. Learn, people, because you can never, If you think that you can stop learning and, oh, I've done it the same way for 20 years and they still love me, get out of the business now. Get out.
Yeah.
Because business is going to change. Things are going to change.
Oh, things are
video
changing.
streaming your wedding. You know, what is it? Zoom calls, FaceTimes, everything else. That's going to be.
Look at the platform we're on now. This is something that we would normally have to do out of our studio.
And now we're doing it in my mother-in-law's bedroom.
That's right. You know,
Mom, you're sleeping.
No, she's in San Pedro.
You either play in the sand nice or get out.
Yeah.
If you think you know everything and just sit there, we're never going to work again. Yes, we will. It's going to be patient. You got to understand, guys, that if you didn't handle the single ops, they're going to listen. But let's be honest, single ops are going to be brought into other bigger companies because they're going to need to, because they don't have the money, they don't have the backup, and and again, life as we knew it is going to change again, like we did at 9/11.
And in 2008, let's face it, after 2008, we all had to adjust and change. And, we did as a company, we downsized to save money. And then as things got busier, we started getting, went to the bigger office again and did all that. But, we went from a 2,500 square foot office to a 1,000 square foot office. And we did that for several years. And then we went to a 3,000 square foot office. And you know what? If we have to go back down again, we'll go back down again. We just make whatever adjustments we have to make it work.
Because you can. Because you've been there, you've done that. You've got to learn to, and right now, again, I'll go back to this. You got to bend like Gumby.
Oh, yeah.
You know, with your clients, with the deposits they put down, and some of these well-to-do sense of entitlement folks that think that their event is the only event you're going to do all year.
Yeah.
Boy, you got to have patience. Again, patience is a virtue, and but here we are.
Here we are.
Well, Big Daddy, we want to thank you so much for being with us tonight. This was a lot of fun.
Yes,
we knew that we'd be able to keep going and it would be easy because we got Big Daddy on the other end.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I got to go to bed. Syracuse says I got to go to bed.
Yeah, you stayed up for us. You really are staying up. You really are staying up with
Pat and Jodi. We really did it for sure.
That's why we do it. We do it late for all those people who can't sleep and scroll through Facebook and they're like, oh, Pat and Jodi are on. Let's watch
I'm waiting for a text message back from Syracuse saying dirty things about me. But no, he probably went to bed hey.
Gladskin. He always comes to the party a little bit
right
late.
At the end. He always comes right at the end.
But we should tell Mark that on Saturday night, and anybody who's watching, Saturday night we're going to do our Staying Up with Pat and Jodi show
a little bit earlier than we normally do,
and then
we're going to go into an after party. So we're going to do from the studio, with
special guest Quarantina.
Quarantina
is going to come for real. She's going to be there.
Is clothing optional for that one?
It's always optional.
For Quarantina, I'm going to have to tell her she's going to have to keep her clothes on. And there'll be a tip jar for Quarantina. Quarantina will take, because she's a stripper, so she's going to probably want to get, some money. So
that's right.
But Quarantina, folks, will be there.
Saturday night. Same bad channel, same bad place, same bad channel, whatever. So make sure to see us. And again, Sean, thank you so much. This was awesome.
Guys. I love you both. I love you both.
Again in person.
Yes, thank you so much.
This crap.
By the time we see you again, we will be able to hug each other. That's
all that matters to me. That's right. It. This elbow crap into that don't work. Yeah, here. Take my elbow, shove it up your ass. I don't care. Nice.
And remember, you gotta believe. You gotta believe there.
And you gotta believe. We can do the Dusty Rose $1 million elbow. Done. Boom, boom, boom.
And we can do the John Cena. You can't
see me. Well, listen, I love you guys. We'll chat tomorrow.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.